Getting ready for our countdown for the start of Heat 2A.
Here we go. Countdown. 5 to the 5. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark. 5 to the 5.
5 minutes till we have unlimited hydroplanes out on the race course for Heat 2A. We've got all three of them at the dock, getting their final instructions. We'll close up the capsules here. It gets hot in there, so they don't close it up until they get pretty close to that 5-minute period. Okay, we're going to take a check of the beach over on Fiesta Island. Looking pretty clean. Thank you, guys. You're doing great. Looking up down Ski Beach. You guys are doing great, too. Thank you. So nonstop racing action here on Mission Bay. Heats 2A and 2B running back to back. So we'll be getting that 2B started very, very shortly after the boats return to the dock from Heat 2A. In Heat 2B, you'll see the U9 Delta Reel Track with Andrew Tate, the 440 with Dustin Eccles in it, and the 99.9 CarStar powered Miss Rock with Aaron Salmon. That will be your lineup for Heat 2B. But right now, we're in the countdown for Heat 2A, and we're about 3 minutes away from boats out on the race course. About 2.5 minutes away from our 5-minute gun, 2.5 minutes away from hydros on the race course. This afternoon we'll have lanes drawn and assigned for our unlimited hydroplanes. So inside out, Brian Perkins in the Darrell Strong Presents Payne West Insurance will be in lane number 1. Lane number 2 will be the Reliable Diamond Tool J&Ds with Tom Thompson, and out the outside will be Jimmy Shane in the Miss HomeStreet. Just for our team's reference, the drawings for 3A and 3B will happen 15 minutes after the conclusion of Heat 2B. The drawings for 3A and 3B will happen 15 minutes after the conclusion of Heat 2B in the usual place by the H1 truck.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark. 1 to the 5.
So 1 minute to the 5-minute gun, 1 minute till the boats can come out on the Bill Munsey race course here on Mission Bay, 2.5 miles, a perfect oval and one of the fastest race courses for unlimited hydroplanes in America, in the world. "30 seconds to the 5-minute gun." We'll give you the countdown here over the PA.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark, 5 minutes, green flags on the course.
Green flag on the course. 5-minute period has begun. Boats in Heat 2A pulling away from the dock. Tom Thompson in the Reliable Diamond Tool J&Ds. Jimmy Shane in the U1 Miss HomeStreet. And Brian Perkins in the U21 Darrell Strong presents Payne West Insurance. And as they leave the dock, the boats for Heat 2B are being loaded into the water. So we will be running unlimited hydroplanes here back to back in Heats 2A and 2B. Jimmy Shane, the first one on the race course, out of the pits. Brian Perkins and Tom Thompson making their way onto the race course as well. So we know which lanes they will be in. Brian Perkins will be in lane number 1. Tom Thompson will be in lane number 2. Jimmy Shane will be on the outside. So now it's a matter of their timing points and what they did in their timing runs earlier in the day, yesterday and Friday as well. Because we know the lanes they're in for Heat 2A. They just need to hit that starting line when the big digital clock over there strikes 0. And we're a little more than 3.5 minutes away from the start of Heat 2A. Everybody up in the north turn. Not much mystery about the lanes. Jimmy Shane comes way out wide. He'll be in lane number 3. You'll see Tom Thompson come off the turn. He'll come out in the middle. Brian Perkins comes off the turn and he'll be hugging the buoy line as they head up the backstretch toward us. Perkins in lane 1, Thompson in lane 2, Shane in lane 3. They're fanned out. Looking for their timing marks. Under 3 minutes to go to the start. Jimmy Shane has the longest route.
The outside boat can't swing way wide to scrub off speed.
Brian Perkins comes slowly up the backstretch in his lane, lane number 1. About a third of a race course separating him and Jimmy Shane. And Brian comes through the rooster tail wash of everybody else. Moves a little bit to the outside. He would be in lane number 1, but he's come out to the outside now. Jimmy Shane at full speed coming through the north turn. Brian Perkins knows where he needs to be at about 2 minutes to go before the start. But they are widely separated, and Jimmy Shane on the outside coming up the backstretch. Again, we're in that 5-minute warm-up period. Shane in the rooster tail turn. That's in Detroit. Jimmy Shane in the SeaWorld turn. Tom Thompson comes to the SeaWorld turn. Brian Perkins going slowly down the front straightaway. We'll see if he cuts in from the front stretch to the back straightaway. Right about there is where he could do it. But apparently not. He is going to time his run to the start from where he is right now with about 1 minute and 20 seconds to go before the start. They all should be in pretty good shape at this point in terms of time. Coming up on the 1-minute gun, you'll see the H-1 drone that's up in the air there too. So there is 1 minute with a white flag on the course. All of these drivers have radio communicators. They're not really relying on the flags. The radio communicators directly in contact with each driver. And now they come about halfway speed up the backstretch. They have to maintain 80 miles an hour. If they drop below 80, they can get a warning. If they drop below 80 again, they can get a penalty. So everybody has to maintain that 80 miles an hour. Brian Perkins and the Darrell Strong presents Payne West Insurance in lane number 1. Reliable Diamond Tool presents J&D's Tom Thompson in the middle. Jimmy Shane and the Miss HomeStreet on the outside, coming down for the run to the start with about 14 seconds to go. They're in pretty good shape. this size course, it's about an 11-second run down to the start-finish line off that exit buoy from the SeaWorld turn. We'll monitor the radio to let you know if it's a good start. Looks like it would be a good start. They were way behind that start-finish line, and it was a good start, and we are racing. Brian Perkins on the inside, Tom Thompson in the middle, and Jimmy Shane way on the outside as they come out to the apex of the north turn. Right now, it's Jimmy Shane leading them through. Tom Thompson in second, about 6-7 boat lengths behind, and then it's Brian Perkins on the inside. He is in third place. But Jimmy Shane comes off the turn on the outside, up the backstretch. He has got a lead over Tom Thompson, about half a rooster tail, but Brian Perkins is in the same mix. Now Thompson and Shane kind of close together as they come up the backstretch. About a half a rooster tail lead for Jimmy Shane over Tom Thompson. In the Reliable Diamond Tools presents J&D's, and then it's back another half rooster tail to Brian Perkins in the Darrell Strong presents Payne West Insurance. A good race now because Brian Perkins had a great turn, and he has caught up and maybe even passed Mr. Tom Thompson. Very hard to see through those rooster tails, as you might imagine. Jimmy Shane out in front. We'll see who comes out of that turn in second place. Will it be Brian Perkins or will it be Tom Thompson? Jimmy Shane with a full rooster tail lead. There's Tom Thompson in second place. He was hidden in Brian's rooster tail. Now we can see that he is about a rooster tail behind Jimmy Shane and about half a rooster tail behind him. In third place is Brian Perkins, and Thompson gets the boat up in the air a little bit as they come up the backstretch on lap number 2. We'll go 3 times around. Jimmy Shane in the lead on the outside. There's Tom Thompson, though. You can still see him, and he's not that far back. Thompson in second place, Perkins in third place, and now they have a dead even heat. It's Perkins and Thompson side by side. Apex of the SeaWorld turn. This is the race. Jimmy Shane is running away with first place, but the race for second is going to be a dynamite one. This is the end of lap number 2. They've got one more lap to go. Brian Perkins has overtaken Tom Thompson for second place, but only by half a rooster tail, and now they start to cut into the lead from Jimmy Shane. Brian Perkins cutting down that lead on Jimmy Shane. Shane still leads, but just a little over a rooster tail. And then it's Brian Perkins, and right beside him is going to be Tom Thompson. They are side by side as they come off the exit of that north turn, way up by Crown Point Shores. Jimmy Shane on the outside has the longer way around, but he is in the lead, and it's pretty well established. Now, up the backstretch, your race for second and third is Tom Thompson and Brian Perkins. Thompson ahead by about half a rooster tail, maybe a little less than that as they come to the SeaWorld turn. Now they're dead even. Thompson is running in Shane's wake. Side by side, Brian Perkins on the inside, Tommy Thompson on the outside. They are absolutely even. Perkins has the shorter way around the course, and Thompson is running in the slop from Jimmy Shane. Now the tight turn by Brian Perkins, and he has opened up about a half a rooster tail lead over Tom Thompson. Come to the finish line looking for the checkered flag. It will be Brian Perkins in the 21 and Tom Thompson in the 11 in third place. Great race for second and third between Brian Perkins and Tom Thompson.
Turn 1, Tim, you got anything?
Jimmy Shane way out in front, winning the heat. But a great race between Perkins and Thompson.
All good here in turn 1, Doug.
This is the kind of racing we can see all weekend. We've got Heat 2B coming up with the boats in the water, and they're going to start us on a countdown on that very, very soon. Our Heat 2A boats coming back to the pits now, led by Jimmy Shane. Tom Thompson will slow down as he comes back to the pits and let Brian Perkins make that right-hand turn at slow speed. Tommy Thompson will come in, make his right-hand turn now. So unofficially, the order of finish would be Jimmy Shane in the Miss HomeStreet. First place, second place to Brian Perkins. The U21 Darrell Strong presents Payne West Insurance. And a third place to Tom Thompson in the Reliable Diamond Tool J&D's. A great race for a couple of laps between Tom Thompson and Brian Perkins, and Perkins was able to make a very tight turn in lane number 1 on the last lap here at the SeaWorld end of the race course. and beat Tom Thompson down to the finish line. We'll have Heat 2B coming up in just a couple of minutes. We should be getting a countdown as soon as the Heat 2A boats are back at the dock. California RV Rentals and Service has a great selection of RVs and trailers to rent, and they have a full service department at their Santee location. They work on all RV systems, including appliances, plumbing, roof repairs, and even an RV holding tank hydrojetting service to unclog and sanitize RV black and gray tanks. Some jobs can be done remote, mobile too. California RV Rentals. Or race fans, we've got a lot of food out in the vendor area, and you want to come and visit Snowy and have a delicious snow cone with all the flavors you want, and also try their delicious churros and nachos. They've got fresh popped kettle corn out there too. Come visit. They've got regular caramel and cheddar cheese flavors. And if you're thirsty or tired or hot, visit the Rush Coffee for hot and iced espresso, drinks blended in frappes, fruit smoothies, Italian sodas. They also have yummy treats and sweets. And come and try the new delicious sweet and spicy chicken at Bugliosi Grill Truck. The chicken bowl is topped with roasted sesame seeds and a plate of fries. Wyndham Hotels is your place to stay in San Diego, whether you're here for work or on vacation. And we thank you for your support. So we got Brian Perkins up here with us, and Brian, you and Tom Thompson had a whale of a race there for that second place finish.
Yeah, we did. The Pain West boat's sure running good. We don't have as much practice running in the saltwater down here as the rest of these guys. I think we've only been down here 4 or 5 times, but it seems like when we do, we always hook up with the 11 team and put on some good racing. And I've always loved racing Tommy. We were talking this morning how much fun yesterday was, and it wasn't as close as today, but hopefully he had a good time. It's awesome to run down here in San Diego.
Well, the SeaWorld turn, you made a really, really tight turn. That's where you really gained some advantage and raced him back down the front straightaway to the finish line. It was a great turn.
Thank you. Yeah, it's, everybody's being generous, I think, with the lanes because of the salt, which definitely gives us a better advantage on the inside. Now, I think that we get closer to the final, I think that generosity is going to go away.
Things will tighten up when you get 6 boats out there.
Exactly. But both Jimmy and Tommy are professional, wonderful racers and enjoy racing both of them.
Great. Brian Perkins, thanks. Let's bring Jimmy over. Jimmy Shane, Miss HomeStreet. First of all, you got a brand new boat. You've only run 2 full races before that. So are you still working things out? You had a really fast lap this morning in testing.
Yeah, the new boat is performing very well. We're making incremental changes to it every race, and it keeps getting faster and faster, and that's all we can do as a team. So still, it's one of the best handling boats right out of the box I've ever driven. So we're just trying to make and improve on that even more.
They Steve David had autopilot in the Oberto, he said, so it ran where he wanted it to go.
I bet if he hopped in this new boat, he'd be pretty shocked at how well this new boat handles. So.
I don't know if you could see, you probably couldn't. Maybe your radio communicator was telling you Brian and Tommy had a great race, and this turn up here on the final lap was incredible.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw their whole race in my mirror, and I was ecstatic. I mean, that's what the fans need to see, and I'm really happy that we had a really competitive heat there and a deck-to-deck race for second place. That was great.
Okay, Jimmy Shane, get ready because you're going to be in either 3A or 3B, and they're going to do the draw here right after 2B. So good luck the rest of the afternoon. We are in the countdown for our Heat 2B. Got our radio communicators up in the corral, and we are at about 9:30, 9 minutes and 30 seconds away from the start. That means we're 4 minutes and 30 seconds or so away from having boats on the water. And here is your lineup. On the inside lane, you will have Aaron Salmon in the CarStar-powered Miss Rock, the U99.9. Did not finish in his heat yesterday afternoon. Dustin Eccles will be in lane 2. The 440 Bucket List Racing finished 3rd in his heat yesterday afternoon. And Andrew Tate will be on the outside in the Delta Real Track, the U9. He finished 2nd in his heat yesterday to Jimmy Shane. They raced in the same heat yesterday afternoon. So it's Aaron Salmon, Dustin Eccles, Andrew Tate, CarStar-powered Miss Rock, Bucket List Racing, U9 Delta Real Track. And they will be on the race course here very, very shortly. Everybody is in the water. They are getting ready to go. Got our boats from Heat 2A being lifted out of the water. All 3 of our boats in Heat 2B are in the water. Drivers in the cockpits. And they are getting their last instructions. Just kind of waiting for the clock to tick down, so we'll remind you. In fact, I'm looking at Ski Beach right now. I see some folks in the water, a few feet into the water, and some on the sand. So we need to get you up off of the sand, out of the water, please. We are less than 2 minutes, well, just about 2 minutes and 15 seconds before that 5-minute gun will sound and the boats will come out onto the water. So let's check around on looking at Fiesta Island. Need to get everybody back. You're doing a great job over there for us. Thank you. We're coming up on a countdown now for 1 minute to the 5-minute gun.
1 to the 5.
1 minute to the 5-minute gun. 1 minute until we have hydros out on the race course for Heat 2B. Want to remind the teams again that the drawing for Heats 3A and 3B will be immediately after the conclusion of Heat 2B. Drawing for Heats 3A and 3B will be immediately after the conclusion of Heat 2B at the H1 truck.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark 5-minute gun.
Green flag on the course. Green flag on the course. 5-minute gun has sounded, and we're looking for hydroplanes out on the race course. Andrew Tate, first away from the dock. And here comes Dustin Eccles. The 440. Bucket List Racing. Dustin would be in lane number 2. Andrew Tate will be in lane number 3. And we're looking at the 99.9 CarStar powered Miss Rock, still at the dock. The hatch is down. I'm not going to say anything. We've got a sea lion out here.
Oh, really?
He's right in the middle of the track. You can see his head up there.
Tim Collins.
Oh, right there.
Driver's zone. Choppy down. Big white cap. Turn 1.
I do. Yeah.
Well, still looking for the CarStar powered Miss Rock boat at the dock. And we are 3 minutes and 15 seconds away from the start of Heat 2B. Andrew Tate on the outside, and he will be in that lane. Dustin Eccles would be in lane number 2. The CarStar powered Miss Rock is supposed to be in lane number 1, but it has yet to move away from the dock. Not sure what the problem is. They're not looking under the canopy to see if there's anything they can do to get the boat started. So we shall see if they are going to make it out onto the race course. Now they start to fire up the turbine. And we shall see where Aaron Salmon should be in lane number 1. So we'll see how that works out. So Aaron Salmon on the race course with about 2 minutes and 6 seconds to go before the start of Heat 2B. Already on the course. Dustin Eccles in the 440 and Andrew Tate in the U9 Delta Real Track. So Dustin will slow down and allow Aaron Salmon to move over into lane number 1. Andrew out in lane number 3. He's found his place. And Dustin will come up beside Aaron Salmon as they go through the north turn. Minute 30 to go here. Just following them around the north end of the race course. We lose sight of them. There's a little island for those of you who are watching online. We lose sight of the boats as they go past that island. And then we see him at about the apex of the north turn. Coming down to the 1 minute gun.
4, 3, 2, 1. Mark
There is the 1 minute gun. And it looks like everybody has found the place that they're supposed to be on the race course. Aaron Salmon in the Car Stars Powered Miss Rock in lane number 1. Dustin Eccles in the Bucket List Racing number 2. And lane number 3 will be Andrew Tate as they come up the backstretch for the start. They look to be in pretty good shape. Now about halfway up the backstretch. Dustin Eccles leads him up the backstretch. He's got to move a little bit to the right. He was getting kind of close to Aaron Salmon. Now at the apex of the SeaWorld turn, everybody puts the hammer down. They will make that run to the start-finish line. They should be very close. It's about a 10 or 11 second run down to that start-finish line, and it's Dustin Eccles that leads him down there. Here is the start right now. Dustin Eccles leads him across the line. Aaron Salmon in lane number 1 right beside him. You can't see Andrew Tate. He is hidden in the rooster tail, but you've got all 3 of them in that north turn. We'll see exactly how this sorts out as they come off the turn. It was a good start. So everybody's racing. Nobody jumped the gun. Andrew Tate going to be the first off the turn, way on the outside. Aaron Salmon and Dustin Eccles side by side as they come off the north turn. Andrew Tate running way wide outside here, and actually at about lane number 6 if you counted the lanes fully. He just needs to be on the outside as they come up the backstretch. Andrew Tate in the U9 Delta Reel Track. Got a great race going on here for second place between Aaron Salmon and Dustin Eccles and Andrew Tate. They are pretty much even as they come to the apex of the SeaWorld turn. First lap of 3 around, and it will be Aaron Salmon who leads them off the turn. Dustin Eccles right behind him, and beside him will be Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate hidden in the rooster tail, as is Dustin Eccles. But it's the Car Stars Powered Miss Rock.
99,440.
Andrew Tate on the outside was hidden in the rooster tail. He finished that lap in first place. But it's still close. Still very close between these 3 boats. Andrew Tate on the outside. Car Stars Powered Miss Rock on the inside. The 440 now. Where is the 9? He's on the outside. You've got 3 of them abreast, halfway up the backstretch on lap number 2. Inside is Aaron. Dustin Eccles walking the boat back and forth, gets a lot of air under the boat as they come to the SeaWorld turn for the second of 3 times around. And the question is, does Andrew Tate have the power to get around the other 2 boats? Pretty good speed to his left. Now, Dustin Eccles has dropped back to 3rd, and Andrew Tate puts the hammer down, and he's going to go out and try to run down Aaron Salmon. And he might be able to do it, but they've only got 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go, the white flag lap. 3rd of 3 times around, and Aaron Salmon is holding his own against Andrew Tate. Now, Andrew is way outside. He's got a much longer race course to run, but it's Aaron Salmon and Andrew Tate right now. And the Bucket List Racing still hanging in there. Now they turn toward us, coming to the south, and the SeaWorld turn for the final time. Dustin Eccles has dropped back, so now you've got Aaron Salmon on the inside, in lane number 1, Andrew Tate actually out in about lane number 6, and they are going to be dead even as they come to the SeaWorld turn. Now Andrew has opened up maybe a half a rooster tail lead over Aaron Salmon. He is the first to turn left. Aaron Salmon now in second place by about half a rooster tail. Andrew Tate coming through the SeaWorld turn. Dustin Eccles trailing in 3rd place, but that huge turn that Andrew Tate made allowed Aaron Salmon to come right up beside him. This is going to be a close drag race to the finish line. It was Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate crossed the finish line just ahead of Aaron Salmon in the 99.9. Second place for Aaron Salmon. First place for Andrew Tate. And Dustin Eccles in 3rd place. Well, it shows you that separating those boats by this large a margin as Andrew Tate was running way on the outside, and Aaron Salmon right along the buoy line made a big difference and made for some great racing. It was very close. Maybe a 2 or 3 second victory for Andrew Tate in the U9 Delta Reel Track. Unofficially, first place to the U9 Delta Reel Track, Andrew Tate. Second place to the CarStar powered Miss Rock, driven by Aaron Salmon. And a third place to Dustin Eccles in the 440 Bucket List Racing. And we say unofficial because these boats all have to go through tech check, make sure they complied with the various restrictions on engine output and fuel flow. And if they don't, the order of finish could change. But unofficially, first to Andrew Tate, second to Aaron Salmon, third to Dustin Eccles, in a great race, Heat 2B, H1 Unlimited here at Bayfair. Remind our racers and race fans, our chapel service will be at 1:15 this afternoon. It'll be in the hospitality area that is just outside the main entrance to the pits. Chapel service at 1:15 this afternoon in the hospitality area just outside the main entrance to the pits. Also remind our teams, as soon as the boats get back to the dock and the drivers can make their way up to the H1 truck, we will have the draw for heats 3A and 3B. Heats 3A and 3B. The draw will take place as soon as we can get the drivers back there and their crew chiefs. All right, up on the pit tower with the winner of Heat 2B, Andrew Tate, having a little liquid refreshment there, some cool water. I bet it gets a little warm where you sit.
Yeah, probably right around 120 degrees on a day like today, but we have a fan that helps a little bit. You don't think about it too much until you get out.
You and Mr. Salmon had a pretty good race. You were way on the outside, so you're probably running a 3-mile course, but he kept you honest.
Yeah, I'd be happier for the 99.9 guys. See him get out there and get some experience underneath his belt. He did a great job and seemed to get comfortable. The heat went on there, gave me a run for my money, so it was exciting.
Your radio communicator keeping you informed. You could probably see him in your left-hand mirror too.
Yeah, the radios do me a little more favors than the mirrors, that's for sure up there. But no, the radio guy was chatting in my ear, letting me know where the guys were, and we had a great race.
Well, congratulations, winner of Heat 2B, Andrew Tate. We'll look forward to seeing you in the afternoon later on.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good afternoon, Mission Bay. we are about to prepare yourself for the jet ski exhibition time trials. We also have the sea breachers coming at you. Hydro X Extremes coming out through Ski Beach, through the channel. The sea breachers will be over at Fiesta Island. Hello, Fiesta Island, I'm back. Thank you very much for the cheering the other day when we put these babies in the water. First of all, I'd like to do a couple of shout-outs real quick. I'd like to thank IPC for coming out here with this jet ski competition exhibition to let us see what these guys could really do. I'd like to take a shout out here to lastingimpressionsprintshop.com. These people are out of Santee doing incredible work. Do me a favor, stop down there at the Mission Bay Sports Center